This is the HAVENBELL Trilogy, Book 2, The Scepter of ZANE, written by Allison Hunt, copyright 2011. This is Chapter 12, Winter, so of all my books I've written, this is my very favorite part of my very favorite book. So I hope you enjoy it from here on out. And at the end, I'll have some extra things. When I'm doing my audios, I very rarely will throw in some extra details or some secrets because I don't like to ruin any of the surprises. So I'll just talk about a lot more about it later when we get to the end. Yay! That's my favorite part, is the end of this book. Chapter 12, Winter. Cheyenne woke up startled because she was underwater and there was a man in front of her. Easy, he warned. Who are you? Let me go! My uncle is king of the Adrella, and you must take me to him right away. No, he is on a war quest where you shouldn't be. You are safe here. You must stay here. Let me go. They are all looking for me, and they will kill Duran and you both. I don't work for Duran. You are free of him now. But how? You were rescued. You must stay here until I let you leave. Then you must let Zede know I'm alive and safe. I cannot. He doesn't know me. Nobody really knows me, and they don't know this part of the sea, which is why you are here. He began to toy with the strange objects that were placed about. But you have to let them know I'm all right. Stop talking. You're distracting me. What are you doing? I'm working. Be quiet. She began to channel Zach. After a long time, she spoke again. What are we going to do here? Come with me. I'll show you the boundaries. He showed her through 3 caverns and to the entrance. Do not pass this point or you will be vulnerable and foolish. Heed my warning. When this war is over, I'll let you go. You're better safe without them knowing where you are than to be with Duran and them not knowing where you are. This silenced her for a while. She observed the man. He was quite handsome for an Adrella. She tried to enter his mind but couldn't. My name is Winter. I'm Cheyenne. You don't know anything about Adrella, do you? Yes, of course. My uncle is king. I'm a princess. You don't come down here much. Have you ever used blades before? No, I don't have to. Yes, you do. I will teach you. He taught her the way of the blade. She was terrified at first, but picked it up fairly quickly. Winter was certain that after more practice, she may grow into a talent, trained by a great teacher. He also taught her how to hunt and which fish to feed from. He warned her about how aggressive Adrella could be and how she must learn to control her words and thoughts better. Once her mind was open telepathically, it was easy for Adrella to read her if her thoughts were not more controlled. They returned to the inner cave. It was dimly lit with crystals. You should sleep. All right. Winter started putting pieces together. Then he opened one of the boxes and put the pieces inside. Are you going to sleep? After a while. What are you doing? Trying to make this work. What is it? What does it do? You don't want to know. She drifted to sleep. The next morning they hunted together. She had been with him for 2 weeks. She had become good with the water blades in that time. She could contend to almost any Adrella now. Though he was silent most of the time, she really liked Winter. She found him handsome and very interesting. I must leave here for a while. It'll only be a few days unless I get held up. Stay here, practice, and do not touch any of my belongings. Do not cross the boundaries. Or what, I'll die? Yes. He grabbed a few things and put them in his pack. He got close to her for the first time and pressed his forehead to hers. Be good. After a few days of being alone in Winter's lair, Cheyenne grew bored and lonesome. She didn't know how Winter could stay alone so long by himself and enjoy it. Well, he did have all these strange things he was always messing with. He kept his mind busy, but she couldn't. She looked at the strange things but didn't touch any. She started to miss Zach and wondered if he had gotten any of her messages, or if they were all heading to Orzo to find her. She knew it was a trap now that she had been rescued. Her fear grew, and she deeply missed Zach. She figured he would die by Duran and she would never see him again. One of the boxes in the cave lit up and began to flash with light and beep a strange, unnatural sound. It startled her. She backed up, knocking over a bag which was set behind her. Everything spilled out onto the cavern floor. There were more blades, pieces of his machines, and a clear ball that began to shoot out green and red lights when it hit the ground. The thing scared her and she backed up. Then she saw something else, a small black bag. She slowly and carefully opened it, eyeing the mysterious, scary ball in front of her. She opened the bag and pulled out a seeing tear. She gazed at it, and it lit up and illuminated her face. She saw Evan and Zach. They were in the mountains, and Duran was with them. Duran held a staff, and Evan was scared of it. He had the scepter. "No, Zach!" she cried. Then the seeing tear showed her the cave she was in, showed her the clear ball, and then showed her an opening that led to somewhere secret. She dropped the seeing tear and looked around the place, but there wasn't any hole or passageway anywhere. Then she looked at the clear flashing ball. She timidly reached out to touch it. When she did, it stopped flashing and now just shone a bright purple. There was a grinding sound as part of the cave wall rolled away. Deep inside the cage, surrounded by spell, and inside of the cage was the scepter of ZANE. Duran's scepter was fake, and Zach and Evan didn't know. To her surprise, the spell broke, the lock opened, and the scepter came into her hands. Her heart beat fiercely. She looked at the scepter in wonder. "I'm gonna save them." She fled Winter's lair and headed towards the mountains. Bad girl. Evan was scared and growing with power due to Duran's scepter. Cheyenne flew in just then, holding the scepter of ZANE. Duran did not transform to fly, or he would be weak. Evan saw Cheyenne with the real scepter and grew angry at Duran's trick. They both turned to Cheyenne, and Evan filled with envy. "Go get it, Your Majesty. All you have to do is kill her, and it's yours." Duran pressed into Evan. "No!" Zach shouted and flew towards her, but the scepter wouldn't let him get any closer. "You can do it easily," Duran coaxed. Evan, already angry and envious, tried pulling the scepter to him with his force, but he could not. It wasn't his, yet. Duran's hands began to glow, and then in unison, Evan's did as well. "Let go of your power when I release mine," Duran coached. "Drop it, Cheyenne! Please, give it to me!" Zach screamed. "I can't let them kill you." "I can't let them kill you, damn it!" "How sweet." Duran strode towards her and sent out his beam towards Cheyenne, but Evan released his upon Duran. It cut off his beam and knocked Duran down, but when he rose, he wore a devilish smirk. He drew his sword and began building another charge of power with the palm of his other hand. "Give it to me, please, Cheyenne," Evan begged. "If you don't, I shall never belong here." She tried, but it wouldn't go. She tried to will it to Zach instead, but it would not leave her hands. "I can't. It won't go." "So you hold the true power, tri-breed." Whoop whoop. "So you hold the true power, tri-breed. How can that be?" Duran inquired. "I don't know," she answered. Evan disappeared and tried to take it from her, but he was pushed back and made visible again. Duran pressed into her. "I am your king. Give me the scepter, child." Cheyenne, the easiest mind target, held strong. Cheyenne didn't hear him, for she had seen into Duran the powerless. Cheyenne laughed and laughed. "You told me who the real king is, as the grove told on to you." Duran's eyes darkened to night. Duran's eyes darkened to night. Cheyenne dove into the sea and took the scepter with her. Winter grabbed Cheyenne and pulled her deep into the sea. He took the scepter from her hands. "Stupid woman! I told you not to leave until I returned." "I'm sorry. Why didn't you tell me who you are?" "Think about it. They could have gotten that from you at any time." "Duran doesn't know you're an Adrella. The scepter told me it was you." "I saw into his mind, but he was wrong. The Grove lied to him. He's looking for a Draken." "The Grove did not lie. I am a Draken." "Wait. I met you in Elkstaff. So you're a half-breed and you're the king of HAVENBELL?" "Yes." "Why did the scepter accept me then?" "Because you were the last one to be near me and it clung to you to return to me." "So you knew this whole time it was yours?" "Yes, I've been guarding it from that shithead up there for many summers now." "You are very clever. Until you came along, making things worse. He almost got it from you, then what? They would have killed you, then what? I would have failed." But it will always come to you, even if they have it. It'll come to you always. You're the real king. Not always. Not if I'm dead because you're stupid. You can't let my friends die up there. I cannot save them. But you must. The feather cannot protect you. Only I can. I know, Zane, but you must kill Duran. Don't say my name. I'm Winter. Killing Duran is not my war. That is theirs. Only you can beat him, you and your wand thingy. Everyone can be beaten, Cheyenne, and he must never get the scepter. You have to help them. That is not my mission. What's your mission? To keep us alive and hidden. Why can't you just let me go? I'm not special. Everyone I know but me is special. You cannot leave here without me, knowing what you know now. But what if I hide and I die inside? Mind or heart, choose right this time. Cheyenne sighed. After a couple glances at him, she looked at Winter softly. She had grown fond of him in the short time she had been around him since he saved her from Duran. I find you beautiful beyond the petty image my eyes create of you. You move me, though I do not know you, and you are glory. Do not make me feel emotions. I cannot feel them right now. Can you feel any at all? I am angry at you. That is an emotion. Is he going to die? When the Aztracs leave the ground, they're all going to die. Forget about him. You sound like Duran. I am not that shithead lady. You know who I am. Yes. There's only one thing other than your emotions that can screw this up for me, which is, I may have to kill your friend. Evan, do you have to? No, your other friend. But you can't. I must. Duran and Evan cannot find me, but Zach can. Zach doesn't want the scepter. He just doesn't want Duran to get it. No, he wants you, and I have you, and I have the scepter. He can't find me if I'm here with you. Yes, he can. Zach is a fully trained wizard like me, and he's a Nadrella. No, he's not. I would know. Maybe he didn't want you to know. I know Winsfeld. You do not. What are you saying? He lied to me? I'm saying that even if you got your chance at indulging all those worthless emotions, it wouldn't turn out nothing like he wants. But he loves me. He has a hole in his soul. What hole, me? Yes and no. He is an Adrella who detests Adrella, and a Josepharian who detests feathers. He doesn't want to belong anywhere with anyone. He's a feather whom can fly, unlike I, that travels on a ship alone, and he likes it that way. Like you belong, you don't have any friends, and you hide out, and you too are always alone. Yeah, and I liked it until you showed up jeopardizing it all. All I've worked for. Would you rather be in Josephara, the place you wish to flee so badly? Just like you, all he's worked for, and you as well, Winter. I may ruin you both with my emotion you wish not to feel, but know you need, which makes me true and needed even though you detest me. I don't detest you. You just bother me. Then let me go to meet him. He wants me with him. He'll take me to live in Elkstaff like I want. Lady, he will not stay. He has had lovers, and he won't stay even for you, special one. You're lying. But deep down, Cheyenne knew the King of HAVENBELL never lied, at least not to her. He will come for you because he can't fight what his emotions truly want any better than you can. Whether you die trying to get to him or even get the chance of making it out together, he will not stay on land for long. He wishes to sail the sea, and he will do it without you in the long run. He'll cut you off and leave you speechless like the rest of them. He will leave without you because of that hole that will keep him ever wanting, needing, and never fulfilled. His distance from everyone and everything that could possibly make him feel something real. He is emotional like you, but smart enough to know what his emotions can do to his mission, logic, and most of all, what his love can do to his whole. What's that? Love can fix it, make him connected, at least to you if no one else. He really doesn't want that to happen, see? He is his own doom. He will never stay, I promise, and he will not honor you or marry you, so stop dreaming. You're as cold as Duran. I'm as smart as Duran, but he is truly as cold as he, because he cannot see with that hole he harbors. The separation and distance, he'll break you to keep it going. That lone independence, that's his illusion, the hole he must feed, the same hole that destroys him. And what are you? You're a damn brick wall. I'm going to be happy here? Ha! You don't even like me. I never said I didn't like you, lady. I'm frustrated because you're so foolish and nothing like me. If I was, we'd be two brick walls with two dumb wands doing absolutely nothing with nothing to talk about. And if we were both like you, we'd be loving each other right now. Then Winter kissed Cheyenne suddenly. She liked it, especially coming from a brick wall. A mysterious brat of a brick wall. You made me feel something. What's that? A very irritating sort of intrigue. You're in control here, so why don't you do something to stop this? Can't you stop the Aztracs? Save the wizards and make this right? The wizards are the reason the Aztracs live in the ground. There will be another large war with all of their magic being flung everywhere, and Aztracs hate magic. Why? Because of all the trouble it causes, all of the death it causes. When the battle comes, and it is coming as we speak, against Iran, they will let their power be known. They will wipe out everyone else and claim the land for themselves? Possibly, or they will leave. To where? A planet. What's a planet? It's too hard to explain. Another world like this one. But how? Technology. Something you know nothing about. So I cannot be free of you until it's all over? Free of me? I'm the only reason you are free. How I wish to erase your mind sometimes to get all that nonsense out of your head and make you forget about him. I have to kill him. I don't have a choice. Then why don't you erase him from me? Make me forget. Make me yearn to stay. Would you really want me to do that? Then I would be a shithead too, but I might if you can't understand all of this. I do understand, and it hurts me. I am not bad, lady, as you will see. I must erase something small from you. I have to. What is it? Will you take him out too? I'm erasing my Draken name. That's it. I don't trust you enough to be able to hide it from anyone who wants it. You're too emotional, and if you leave here, you will ruin even more of my mission. Sure, go ahead. Take him out too, damn it. It hurts. Don't tempt me. I'd love to take him from you so that he will never find either of us. Hurt is necessary to change. Do you really wish to forget him? Yes. Then you must make some promises to me and keep them, or I will kill you if you break them. You're such a complicated mess to me sometimes. I'm sorry, Winter. I know I am. Take him, please. Take him. She begged, and he pitied her. First, even though there can be no ceremony yet, you must marry me right now. Pledge your oath to me so I shall rule you. But I can't with what I feel, and you rule everybody already. You won't feel that pain much longer, and you above everyone else I must rule. Second, you must listen to me, obey me, and do everything I say. I will do that, I promise, if you just make my pain go. I shall. Will you marry everything you are onto me? Yes, I pledge my oath forever. I shall not defy you. Good. Do me a favor and be quiet for a while. I will. Winter kissed her and continued to do so. They made love in the sea. He was firm, not forceful, and soft, not rash. He was not a brick wall at all. He was very romantic. When he finished, he kissed her. I still remember him. I am not finished. Let's go. She followed him through the sea and he led her to land. It was the secluded island of Maylene. She transformed, as did he, and both stood in front of each other. Now she saw a man she hardly knew, that she had met briefly in Elkstaff, ZANE, son of Kai. You are a very stunning man. You are a very stunning man. They will find us here. They will not. Be quiet now. He led her into his other secret shelter upon land. He made love to her again. He stared at Cheyenne with his deep, hypnotizing eyes, never stopped looking directly at her. They fell asleep in each other's arms. When Cheyenne woke up, she was still naked. She felt tired but extremely calm. She remembered every touch, every caress of her husband, Winter, but he was no longer there. She smiled, enjoying her memories of his breath and his scent, but she no longer knew his real name. She knew who he was, but Winter was all she knew now. Then she grew angry because she still remembered everything involving Zach, every bit of it. He had not taken any of it like he promised. This alone was so disappointing that she automatically wanted to find the others and warn them, but then she saw the note next to her. As much as I wish to take it from you for the good of us all, I could not violate you. What you needed to understand most is that what you wanted was an illusion, and what you needed was me. You are breathtaking when you're not talking. Stay here. He will be looking for you soon. You are invisible here. If you leave or touch my scepter, you die. She smiled at even his threat. It was a real, true, cold threat from a mostly brick wall, but she understood how easy it was for him to take her petty pain away, and he did, completely. She loved him and would forever obey him, even if it meant the death of everyone she knew.